An attack in front of Charlie Hebdo's former building, outrage in Marseille over the shutdown of bars and restaurants, and France doubles its paid paternity leave to 28 days. Good evening and welcome to Cette, Semaine en France, This Week in France. I'm Lynné Schoeman. An 18-year-old man has admitted to attacking two employees of a production company with a butcher's knife on Friday in Boulevard Richard Lenoir in Paris, where the satirical newspaper Charlie Hebdo's former offices were located. The Pakistani national told officials he wanted to avenge the republication of the caricatures of the Prophet Muhammad, but he was unaware that Charlie's offices had relocated. An Algerian man who ran after the suspect and wanted to report to police officers what he had witnessed found himself handcuffed and held as a second suspect instead. He was released after 10 hours. The hashtag Strasbourg trended on Twitter earlier this week when a female student from the city was hit in the face by three men because she was wearing a skirt. Only a few days later, in a separate case, an 18-year-old man from Mulhouse, also in Alsace in the east of France, was charged with assault and was handed a 2-month suspended prison sentence after pushing a young woman to the ground for wearing too short shorts and grabbing her friend by the throat when she tried to intervene. The announcement that bars and restaurants in Marseille would close on Saturday, 26 September, has caused an outcry. Health Minister Olivier Véran on Friday traveled to the city with the highest number of COVID-19 infections in France to defend the decision in front of hundreds of angry restaurant owners. The start of the shutdown was moved to Sunday evening and the period has been reduced to 7 days. In the north of France, an effective molecule against COVID-19 was discovered by the Institut Pasteur de Lille. The lab discovery still has to be confirmed by a clinical trial, but scientists say the process should move along swiftly since these molecules have already been approved for the market. If taken at the first sign of COVID-19 symptoms, the drug should reduce the viral charge and could prevent further spreading. A teacher has been indicted following the suicide of an 11-year-old girl in the Val d'Oise last year. According to the family's lawyer, the French teacher picked on the middle schooler and encouraged her classmates to bully her. And on a more positive note, France is doubling its paternity leave of 14 days. President Emmanuel Macron announced that from July 2021, new fathers will be granted 28 days of paid leave, of which 3 days will be funded by the employer and 25 days by the state. That's all for tonight. Tune in again next week. Au revoir!